Hello, students, and welcome to Macroeconomics class. Under Unit 1, National Income and Related Aggregates, we were doing Chapter 2, Circular Flow of Income. Today, we are going to discuss another new topic, that is concept of leakage and injection. Now, anything comes in your mind regarding injection and leakage? Okay, just I'll give you 1 second and think about something which clicks the first when you listen this word leakage and injection. Then I'll bet you I'll project the same which you're going to think. Okay, now let's see. Don't you think you were also thinking about the same thing when you heard about the word leakage and injection? Yes, right. Okay. So it happens with everyone actually, and this same thing happens in the economy too. But yes, the way of leakage and the way of injection is totally different. Now, this injection doesn't go in your body, this injection is for the flow of money in the economy. As far as leakage is concerned, now the leakage says that there's no flow of the money in the economy, right? It is being saved somewhere else. Now let's see how this leakage and injection works in the economy and what does it mean. So as far as the picture suggests, you can see the picture of leakage. Leakage means when something, like for example, I have a tank over here and there is a tap attached to it. In the morning, I filled this tank with water, but due to this leakage of the tap, the entire water flows down, right? So it means now I have no stock of water, am I right? Yes. So that resembles leakage over here, but how it resembles in the term of economy, let's see here. It says factors that causes a decline in the flow of spendings, income and production. So here it talks about any factor which relates to the cause of decline. Decline means fall. When something which causes the fall of what? The flow of spending means now the people are not spending money. It means they are not doing any expenditure for consumption. There is no flow of income in the economy, there is no flow of production in the economy, the production is not taking place in the economy, then you will say it's a leakage. Now how this leakage used to take place, let's see the examples of it. That's savings, taxes, imports. Now these all decreases the flow of money and total spendings in the economy. Now just imagine if the government has provided 100 rupees in the economy for the circulation for the entire economy, and now people, instead of consuming the goods and services, they started saving money. Now definitely there will be a decline in what? Flow of money, right? In the economy? Yes. Why? Because people started saving it. If you will not float the money in the economy, then how? How the economy will run? How the production will take place? And if the production is taking place, nobody is purchasing it, right? Okay. That's an overview. Now let's go to the next one, that is injection. Oh, it's very scary. When we think about injection, oh well, I guess everybody is very much scared about getting injection in their body. So don't worry, it's not going to go in your body. This injection, what does it tells about? Now just imagine this injection has a medicine inside it, right? When you press the upper part of it, the entire thing which is there inside it will come out, right? And will be injected in your body, and then that body starts recovering. Yes or no? The same thing happens with the economy also. If you inject the flow of money in the economy will start growing. Instead of saving, you are consuming. So then this floating of money will happen over here. Now let's see in the economy, how does it work? So the factor that causes an increase in the flow of spending, income and production. So the factors which provide increase Increase means there is a rise. There is a rise in what? In the flow of spending. It means people are doing consumption expenditure. There is a there's a flow of income also. Even the production is taking place. So that is called as injection. So I can say in a very small word that leakage means downfall and injection means rise. So injection is more important for the economy growth. Now, what does comes over here is investment, government spendings, and export. Right? So these are the three comes over here. Now let's move further. Now let's see some examples over here. Now see, students, it sometimes becomes very difficult to remember the names. So I have a trick to remember these names related to leakage and injection. Now you can see there are three things, that is savings, taxes, and imports. Now imports denotes with M. Now I can have the short form of it as MST. Now call it as must. What do you call it as? Must. So this must is your leakage. M for import, S for savings, and T for taxes. Now here I have the short form as GIX. GIX. GIX means government spendings, investments, and export. So I hope this trick is gonna help you out, right? Okay. Now let's move further. Now study about leakage. It refers to the withdrawal of money from the circulation flow of income. So what do you mean by leakage? Leakage is also known as with the other name as withdrawal. And as these are the kind of variables which are used as macro variables and which lead to a rise in the level of which it creates. If you are rising means if your leakages rises, then it leads to the fall of the level of output in the economy, right? Second point says that when households and firms save a part of their income, it leads to the leakage from the circulation of the income. Circulation of the income is what? When household and firm two are there, right? Household pays to firm pays to household and household pays to firm. It means they both are not saving the money, they are circulating the money. But when they both will save it, they are not going to flow it. So in this way what will happen? It will be a leakage because they are doing saving, they are not providing income in the economy. Okay, so I hope you understood it, that if you are saving your income or the household and firms both are saving their incomes, then what will happen? It will lead to what? It will lead to the downfall or a decline in the economy as far as circulation of income is concerned. Now let's move on to the next slide. Now let's see what does injection says. It refers to the addition to the circular flow of income, for example investment. So if this injection is taking place, it means there's an addition means there is a rise. There's a rise in the economic circular flow of income in terms of investment, or you can say it as in terms of government investment expenditures or export, right? Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Now this we can understand in a better way. Before I proceed further, one thing I would like to tell over here, as far as the leakage is concerned, in case of leakage we have first thing, that is savings. Yes, savings. Saving is just opposite of what? Opposite of consumption. When you don't consume the goods and services, then you save the money, right? Okay. Second is taxes. Taxes is just opposite of government investment. When you are not investing your money, then you are paying the taxes, right? Taxes is something like, it's not the part of investment which you pay to the government. Then next we have is import. Import is definitely is just opposite of what? Export. Fine. Now if we'll go to this side, for injection side, so we have, first thing is government spendings, or you can say it as government expenditure. Okay. Then investment also, it means that the government consumption expenditure is also taking place, and there is investment which is going to be provided to the financial sectors. How it is going to be related, I'll tell you later. Then you have export, when you are exporting the goods and services out of this country, right? So in this way you are getting the circulation of money from the other sources. Now let's study this five sector model. First we'll come to this household and firm. As we've already seen that household used to provide the resources, right? And then firm used to generate the output. Output means the, you can say it as the goods and services which is being produced by the firm. Then whatever the resources given by the household, firm will pay the income to household. And now the goods which is provided by the house, this firm to household, definitely household is going to purchase it, so this income will again transfer to firm. Till here is it clear? Okay. Now you see this financial sector. Now suppose if the household, whatever the income they generated, they are not using it here, they are not consuming the goods and services, then what they will do, they will save the money in financial sectors like bank and all. In the same way, if the firms are not producing the goods and services, and they are also saving their income, then they are going to, what they are going to do, they also do the savings, right? But here what is happening is we are talking about the opposite of it. So we assume here that only one sector is saving, that is the household sector. So just imagine this household sector is saving the money, they are not purchasing the goods and services, so they have saved the money in their financial sectors, right? Now whatever the money is being saved in these sectors, this will be used as investment and will be injected to firms, जिससे कि वो और ज़्यादा goods and services produce कर सकें, right? Then whatever the taxes are going to be collected from the household, these taxes by the government sectors, whatever they will collect from the household sectors, will be used as a government expenditure for the firms. Okay. Then second thing is that even this can be used, means whatever the goods are being produced in the economy can be used, means if the goods are not sufficient, then whatever the things are being imported, those imports in the international sector can be used as export, right, for the further generation of income. So in this way we can say this five sector model is somehow, first of all, is related to each other. Secondly, it works just in opposite sense. If you are not importing, then definitely you are exporting, and we are actually trying to have fall in imports so that we will generate more export and there will be a rise. Now one thing which is very important is, if suppose your leakage is more than your injection, so in this case what will happen, in this case there will be fall in the level of demand of the goods produced in the economy, because everybody is going to save money, right? And it will be called as the contraction of circular flow. I'll repeat, it will be called as a contraction of circular flow. Now one thing which is very very important, that the circular flow of income remains stable even if the leakages are exactly equal to injections, right? It says that circular flow of income is going to be stable if your leakage and injection both are same also, means both are equal. If suppose leakage and injection both are equal to each other, then also the economy is going to be stable. But if in this case the economy is going to be stable if it is equal. But if suppose leakage is more than injection, then in this case what is happening, that your uh, there's a fall in the level of output. But if injection is more than the leakage, then what will happen, there is expected cause of rise in the level of output in the economy, and this is called as expansion. This is contraction, this is expansion. Okay, so I hope till here it is clear. Now one more thing about this injection part is, this injection includes government consumption, or I can say it as the investment, then government spendings and export. These all collectively called as expansion. First of all, expansion of circular flow. Third thing is that it creates the rise in the level of output. So I hope it is clear to you. Now let's move on to the next slide. Now here we will understand it little in a kind of deep way and with one point. So the left hand side you can see a chart just similar to the previous chart, and right hand side you can see some points are being, some terms are being used and have been explained too. So you can find somewhere you can see taxation, somewhere you can see government spendings, you can see saving also, investment also, and X and M. X denotes export, M denotes import. Okay, now you see here the household sector. As far as the household sector is concerned, so you see over here that this household sector, okay, and here we have is firm. Now how they are relating to it, now this household sector has saved the money in financial sector, financial sector has provided it as an investment to firms. Okay, now here the households are providing export or import to the world economy. Okay, and this export and import is being provided to firms, is going to benefit firms. Then household, this government sector, government, first of all I'll take this firm provide the taxation and government do spendings for them. And here for the household also some taxes are being given by the household, and some kind of taxes in the form of like subsidies is given by government to the household. Okay, and then government provides some government spendings too. Now the right hand side if I'll move, I can see first is your four sector economy. So you can see there is four sector economy, living world economy. In this, it is an open economy which interacts with the rest of the world. Definitely it is an open economy. When you will call it as closed economy when you're studying only about household and firm, then it is closed economy. When you're studying about everything, then it is open economy. Second, households exports labor and receive remittance. So these households, what they import and export, they export basically the labor, and then they get the factor income in return. Then firms export and import goods and services. Definitely we know that. Inflow of money from export, foreign investment and borrowings. Inflow, in when you will say that there is inflow of money, means money is coming in. So that is when you will do export, when you are doing investment, when there is borrowings also. When it is called as outflow, means money is not coming in the economy, money is going out from the economy. So here it will be import, foreign investment and lendings. When you are lending outside, then in that case, and if you are having, means if you have lent the money from outside bank or maybe the foreign banks or from somebody, so in this way there is a flow of money, but yes, not inside, outside. Then next point is both household and firms have net export, that is export and import, representing the balance between receipt and payment. And then you have the last is the magnitude of circular flow is more if export and import is, if suppose your export is more than import, so circular flow of income is more, right? And if your this your export is less than import, then in this case it is unaffected. And if export is and import is both are equal, then the situation is under control. Fine. So I can say over here is when it will be affected. I'll just correct one thing over here, that is if you are having, if suppose your export is greater than import, and if your export is smaller than import, in both the cases there will be the magnitude of circular flow of income. It means there is a flow of income happening. Okay. Now when export is equal to import, when both are equal to each other, then in this case it is totally unaffected. There is no effect in the economy, like just like leakage is equal to injection. Then in this case, if the leakage and injection both are equal to each other, then there is the circular flow remains stable. So I hope it is clear. Now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so we have the important question of the day. So the questions are, what do you understand by the concept of leakage oblique withdrawals, and explain its types with the help of chart. So here we have, first thing you have to explain about what is leakage or withdrawal, both are same actually, and then you have to explain the types of it with the help of the chart which you have seen in the video itself. Then the next question is, what do you mean by the concept of injection, what do you understand by injection, and explain its type with the help of the chart, the same thing. Now one question which I would be asking, that when the circular flow of income remains stable, in which condition the circular flow of income remains stable? So answer this question too. Now thank you so much for watching the video.